What's up, gang? What's the deal? What's up, else?
What up, what up?
Look at that. What's up? Caught that 100 pips stuff of the night. Yeah, I had a level here too. That's funny. This is from earlier today. Levels marked off for possible buys. I wasn't expecting them off that candle. I don't know what the fuck that was. Nasty 230 pip drop in a split second, huh? But let's get rid of everything. This is from today, earlier today. Get rid of this. Zoom is in. Into a little breakdown. So we did close bullish today. Nice bullish push. We do want a little bit of a retracement, right? We want to correct some of this push today in order to continue up. But we are bullish. We have room on the daily. The previous 4-hour closed bullish, and now we just broke it with that drop. What up, Jay? No top wick here. There's a range to fill up. I would like to look for a support for us to retest the highs. Let's see. 1 hour level here. So we're tapping a smaller time frame level below the 1 hour. It's a 15 level, I believe, over there. Yeah, there's a 15 level right there. If we can kind of tap into these areas and close back up, get interesting. I think we want to close back up above there. I don't want to place any trades right now within this range, within the area that we're in. I would really like to see some kind of volume bringing us outside this range. So now that we've entered into here, and we've pretty much filled the entire range, maybe we can break down here and then form a support at 52.16 to retest 52.36. 200 pips worth of range, but let's see what we're going to do here. Right now, we've come down here with no top wick, so I would want to come back up here. Right, we haven't had any push up. Let's see what happens. People at the Zoom door, come on in. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Gather up. Gather around. Nasty drop. Nasty drop to begin the session. Do want to look for some buys. Sells are possible if we come up here. We've had this push down. We can come up and create a resistance. I wouldn't mind retesting the lows that we're going to make right now. But too soon to speak about sells, because we're going to need to establish a support, then a resistance, and break the support. Closing the volume. I don't know, but I know it's there. Current events. Things would be a bit different if the daily didn't have a top wick, but day's got a top wick, so it can continue driving up here. It doesn't owe us one. I mean, it can continue driving down here. It doesn't owe us a top wick. So we're going to be really careful at where it bottoms out. You can definitely drop heavy here. What it does here. Let's see what it does. Would like a steeper push through here and then a closure back up. Interesting. Gonna wait on this 15 to close. People coming in here. Give me a sec. Spicy ranges. Yeah, I like these ranges. I like the fact that we move, we clear stuff out. Should be easier to see. Should be easier to run whenever we do form a support. Or whenever we do pull back to come back down. Push. 5 pips. Wow. Drop loose on accounts. Not me though. I was driving home. All right, Bougie. All right. That wick getting filled. Too much gold. Team USA want too much gold, right? Price is dropping. Bringing too much gold back home from the Olympics. That's what it is. Too many gold medals in the US possession. There's that 15 closure. Oh. How about that? Gonna hold anything. Could be good for buys then. Not good for buys right now. Not yet. It's the 800 pip drop. I'm speaking at 9 p.m. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's the State of the Union. I'm pretty sure he's speaking tomorrow. Yeah, 9 p.m. That's tomorrow. Good job, Daniel. Want to scalp, but ranges don't align with your setup. You gotta wait then, right? You gotta be a little more patient. Great thing about what we do, right? No one's forcing it. No one's forcing you to do anything. You just you wait for your setup. You be patient enough to actually get it. Average throughout the years, what's your monthly returns? 10 to 15%, roughly. I think we've averaged it out before. So yeah, it came out to like 10 to 15%. You have big months, you have small months, right? You have break-even months, negative months. Throughout the year, they've kind of averaged out to around somewhere there. So, yeah, I think I had 2 red months last year overall, or a red and a break-even month, but we had like 30% months, 40% months. Trouble hearing them? No, that's just me not talking into the mic. Yeah, but we've had like 30 or 40% months last year, and then we've had a couple of not great months last year. But overall, if you average it out throughout the year, it's like 30 to 40%. I'm sorry, it's like 10 to 15%. Five minutes here for the 30. Nothing doing just yet. Once again, this is one of those cases where you want to see structure printed. Yeah, heavy move like this, I don't like the buys, but wherever this bottoms out, wherever this creates a support, right? Say it bottoms out, then this is the candle, right? This is where we've created, create a support. Whenever we do come back to that area, right? If we start pushing up here, we end up coming back there, right? This is the case. I'm really looking for this type of move here. Bounce, bounce up. This is what I'm going to look for in terms of buy limit. I want to see the support established first. Three minutes. See where we close. Why'd the candle fall that hard? I don't know. No clue. I wonder if we see another heavy drop off the next candle. Yeah, I would have liked to tap 51.45 areas and then close above 51.66. Maybe that's still possible for the next hourly. Can't clap right now, no entries. Okay. Careful. Careful with the clappage. Makes so much sense. Thought you can have a strong top wick. Yeah, I was looking to see if we can get some buys up there. This was looking for a buy up here on the break of the hide. Playing out at a faster pace than I expected. Saw forming on the 1 minute, yeah. Happened a little too quick here. It's about 40 pips, right? Because we created that top wick. We held support, created the top wick, broke the lows, but it held. The rebreak of the highs was technically a good entry. It gave you what, 5? We're down here, right? For the wick fill. 133 on the stop. We didn't close below. It's an interesting top wick, though. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have a sell stop here if we could do that. This top wick here is bouncing right off these areas that brought you down before. We can re-break that low. Would be interested. But if we re-break a high here, the stops just become too big.
Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing. If we can hold that high, sell stops don't look bad.
Five, looking like it wants to re-break and come up. $30-minute. Look at this hourly. All right, gang. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Let's hope there's no slippage. Ooh, that got really close. That barely rebroke the lows. But it did rebreak the low there for a split second. Right? Close. Yeah, I think we get there, but we'll see. Four minutes here. 4 minutes.
Wicks, are you a little worried about if it breaks lows and the 15 closes like candle? That's what I'm kind of worried about.
If it closes like candle, I'll probably move stops to break even.
Okay. Got it.
Close it out. Really looking at the 30 here more. If I grabbed this low, right? We came down hard off that level before. So. It was a really good top wick sell there. Hard to hold that stop. Minor. Like a 30 pip stop. Interesting. You never really see that.
Are you holding the sell stop if the 15 closes how it is or no?
Yeah.
You're still just depending on the 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this wick below has to get filled. It's nice clean range. When does that happen?
Yeah, I agree. I'm worried we can enter the sell stop and then continue to drive up for a steeper top wick on the 30.
Oh, then we'll be out.
Yeah.
The possibility in every trade, friend. At this point, we're just betting on ourselves and our knowledge. And closed. I'm gonna get rid of this. Actually, let it break. Let it break these highs up here, and then I'll get rid. This is really the high of these wicks. Last 12 minutes of this hourly. As it starts getting closer to the hourly, we're gonna close this out and see what we can do here on the hourly bill. Onion, yeah, if we can get an onion. Because the hourly is going to close bearish, right? Expect some kind of bottom wick on the next hourly. Sell? No, we were looking for a sell when this candle opened up and started coming up here. But right now, we're probably going to delete the sell stop and we're going to wait on the hourly closure. Depends on how this acts in the next 4 or 5 minutes. We're either going to re-break this high and delete it, or we're going to slingshot down, delete it, or we're going to roam around here for the next 3 to 4 minutes and delete. Interesting. Could have taken a sell here with 1 pip stop. Stupid game to play. Driving around. Garing. I wonder what Garing is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting close to that 1 hour closure. But we've seen this shit drive in the last 2 minutes of the candle, so see. Nice top wick there. Technically, this would be a 15 celery play. We get down there. 6 minutes to go and a 30 break of the lows. Let's see. We got 6 minutes. And we see a 50 pip push. Yeah, 5 just closed there. 420 to go here. 1 hour candle. 30. An hour. All right, so it had a chance to break here. We got 3 minutes to go in the hourly, so I'm going to delete this. Delete that.
Yeah, that last 5 closed no top or bottom wick. So once I saw that, I was like, nah, I don't like.
All right. See if it can hold the hourly. Yeah, deleted that everywhere. We got 3 minutes here. 3 minutes on the 1 hour candle. So let's see what it holds. If it's able to hold this resistance, the break of the low still looks solid. Time frame. Hold on, chat.
Hey, Wix, did you delete on the live as well? I know you were doing some testing earlier.
Yeah, I deleted on the live. I think the signal channel should have seen it delete. Wait, the signal channel didn't see that. What the hell?
That's what I was telling you. The last thing we saw was that you were doing testing. So
No, that was it. I'm gonna test it again. Okay, so the hourly respected here. All right, here's what we're going to do. If we break the low here again, I'm going to have a buy stop on the break of the highs. Gotta break the lows. Come on. Break the lows. Break the lows here. Want the scanner to break the lows down here. This way we can set a buy stop, and the next break of that high should push us up. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let's break the lows. Break the lows. Buy stop on the break of the highs. I think we broke the lows there. Still breaking the lows. Yeah, we did. On the live account, we did. We broke that low. And why am I buying that hourly? Came all the way down, but closed back up above the range. Right? The last 30 was a bullish candle. We formed a bottom wick here now. Hourly might need correction. It's going to correct somewhere. This would be a perfect time. Whatever low we create would be the stop. I think we filled the 15 with a candle. Yes, we did. Break at a high makes sense. Ready? What, do you not like this position, Benny? You in a short? No. Come on, Benny. Okay. How far in range will we go? But those buys in the first rebreak at a high, there was nothing there. It was like 20 pips. Just we might have had to come down here to this previous level to tap it in order to come up, which is understandable. This may fill that hole like candle. Yeah, if it does so, no harm, no foul, right? Won't be a part of it. Average was, I don't know. I don't have an RR. Not a variable in our equation. Just like EMA crossovers or fibs or, you know, bebop or whatever you call it. Not a part of our equation. Maybe it fills that 30 candle here. Hit that. Bottoms out here at the body. Maybe it breaks everything. You don't know. But once we start getting closures, man. Boy, boy, boy. It's got to be this candle, right? If we start getting these closures, right, on the 15, on the 30, whatever it is, if we start closing and not slingshotting back up, then we're going to look for a closure outside this range that we're creating here right now. Down or up. Very simple. Gonna wait on this 15 to close, 4 minutes in it. If it doesn't come back up to re-break highs here, we will close. And we will wait for a closure outside range. Market sentiment on crude oil? No clue. No clue. Should stayed in sales? Man, I guess, but like, why did the hourly respect this level then? Hourly had a chance to close below. Did all of this wick. Didn't. Came all the way back up. Respected it. Closed above. Closing in 2 minutes. Do we get another lick handle? Let's close this. Yo, did it not send out a signal again? Hold on a second. I think I know what's going on.
Yeah, the signal didn't go come out again.
I think I know what's going on. Try it again. That did not go through again. We don't trade based on our win rate is high enough. I would say for the RR. Um. How healthy can you really be with all that negativity, though, bro? Health, wealth, trouble. Yeah, so we've created this range here, right? We're just going to closure outside this damn range now. We either want to see this for a correction, so we can look for more buys to come up, or we want to see this close below the range. All right, so we could look to continue that drop in the fill of the wick. Our monsters are out tonight. I understand if I got like a Rolls Royce and Diarrhea Brown or something, you could be like, damn, you're all right. Yeah. But here on a live stream? Come on, man. I don't know why the signals aren't getting it. There we go. Now you're getting it. Order book 5156 is crazy big. Minutes here. We got 10 minutes for this 30 to close. I wonder if we get that 30 above here. You a Christian? You got to cross at you all. I'm actually Jewish, but Jamaican. That's not a cross. That's a fan. That is a fan. That's my number one fan. Wicks, you are a Jew? In my country, there is problem, and the problem is the crossroads hating now. What's the best way to start trading? You are here. Literally, the best place. I just keep showing up. Well, first of all, drop a like and sub to the channel. If you guys are new here, sub to the channel, please. Come on, and share the stream. I need your help to grow this channel, this community. But yeah, you're in the best fucking place. Why? Because we're really good at breaking things down and explaining and teaching. Just ask questions. All you gotta do is ask questions. And show up. Keep showing up. Nothing can replace your time on the charts. The best knowledge is the one that's guided by experience. So I always say knowledge guided by experience. I figured out what the problem was with the signals. There's an option where it doesn't send pending orders. So if something is pending, it won't send it until it actually activates. So they were there. If we got activated, you would have seen the order come through. But I like it when it sends that it's pending. This way you guys get ready. Strange now. Every time I turn off the PC, the signal bot resets. It never used to do that. All of a sudden lately, it just started resetting every time I turn off the PC. Please guide us near supply and demand zone for buy or sell respectively. It's on the chart. Demand zone down here, supply zone up here. But right now we're looking for breakout because we've already filled the range, right? We created a low, we've retested the low, we've created a resistance here, so we have a range. Right, support, resistance equals range. You know, now what we need is volume. How do you identify volume? Closure outside the range, right? If we didn't have volume, we wouldn't close outside the range. So if we close outside the range, I'll take that as volume. Six minutes here. It's really hot in this office and it's really freezing outside. Give me 1 second. Find the equilibrium. Gotta get this room back to homeostasis. Nice little range we got. Yeah, it's bearish with a hint of bull, right? What are you doing? What are you doing? I need you to stop barking. Kind of weird. Like telling a dog to stop barking. Not a person not to live. What are you looking for both sides? I really want to push up here based on the hourly. I know we closed with a steep wick to fill, but we've also closed back up above this level. So I want a support formed. I really want to look for some buys up, right? To 52.16 areas. I'm looking for a correction here. It's push up. So I'm looking for a closure back up above the range. We just printed it, right? We just showed you what we're looking for. Right there. Want this bottom wick tap, come back up, close above the range, and then we're looking for the following candle, break at highs, keep stops on the wick. Current candle stops. That's what I'm looking for. Coming down for sells is difficult based on that hourly closure. But yeah, we can get a closure below here, but we're going to need a nice top wick. We're going to need maybe even a range to form down here, depending on how we come down, if we come down. This guy's got no chill, zero chill back. His nickname, Benny No Chill. $100 here on a 30. One minute for the 30 candle to close, and then we'll be into the last 30 minutes of this 4-hour candle. This 4-hour close is bearish, right? You can expect the next 4-hour to have a top wick. Right, 30 closes below here, next 30 closes above, you have a fake out in the hour, and then you have a bullish hourly closure. If you have a 30 fake out and a bullish hourly closure, right? Right, watch how this 30 is going to close. Right, if the next 30 does this, you have a fake out, and then you have the 1 hour closing like this. Candle. As long as you get back down to here, okay with breaking up there. AKA, if we get that bottom wick to there, okay with the break of highs there. we get that on the 1 hour, right? We continue down. Now each time frame has a different story. It'll line up. It'll line up fairly quickly here with the hourly closure. Look at this chart. Been here for over an hour. See some new people, drop likes up to the channel. Absolutely, yes. Drop a like, sub to the channel. Up to the channel. Thank you, Daniel. Gotta remind people, I forget also. You know, like I forget to drop likes on my own stream. I forget to like and sub on other channels too, unless I'm reminded. So I know you guys don't do it on purpose. I know you need to be reminded. We're all human. Bottom week here yet. I'm gonna wait on this to close. Makes perfect sense on the hourly, but we needed that slingshot off the rip. We did not want these bearish closures below the range. So much time in this hourly, but it makes so much sense. Gotta wait here. Maybe the 15 will align for us, right? If we get this closure above here, that break of the highs here, that's still the position we wanted to take on the break of the hourly high. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait for that closure. It's wrong, huh? Makes so much sense. This will be interesting, right? The 4 hour closes here in 25 minutes. Man, if we can close something like this, I would love to take the bottom wick off the next 4 hour, because that would be, right? If we tap into this area, that's support on the hourly. Expect the next 4 hour to make a top wick. So I say we bounce off this area to create that top wick. That would make sense. Oh man, this thing can fucking ride up. We had a bottom wick first, would have been perfect. Yeah, if we had a bottom wick first, I probably would have gotten in there. I think we would have missed TP there though, by about 10 pips. You watch the DXY? No, I do not. Do not watch the DXY. A 5-minute ripping push. Perfect bounce that wick off right off this level here on the 5. Broke resistance. Yeah, we need a closure. Yeah, this will most likely be the next 4-hour position. Seems that every time the dollar goes up, gold goes down and vice versa. Well, what are you trading gold against? Think about it. You're not trading the price of gold when you're trading gold. You're trading the value of the dollar, honestly. Gold's just gold. What really changes value here is the dollar. It's just not a direct correlation with the DXY. Correlates, but it's not a direct correlation. They can be going in the same direction once. Yeah, that hourly position was the shit. If this is how the 4-hour closes, I'm looking for a buy limit right off 51.96. That probably 51.97 flat. The idea will be that we're going to need a top wick here. This forms a support on the hourly. So if we open up to the downside first, I'm looking for that bottom wick. Tap into there and start giving us that top wick that we're looking for. It would actually make sense because then this candle would look like this, right? So that would make sense as well. There's a lot of time left. There's 18 minutes, almost 20 minutes. Gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait. What else do we have here? Like that bitch. What, top wick? Yeah, top wick sells on lake candle or something. Jordan with the clouds, bro. Can't see you, bro. You're like that porcupine in the fog. There's a Russian cartoon called Porcupine in the Fog. It's just a porcupine walking around in the middle of a fog. And I'm like, damn, this guy's, he definitely knows Smokey the Bear. Definitely. Puffy the Magic Dragon, Smokey the Bear.
I am Smokey the Bear.
Ooh, careful, I'm gonna get copyrighted. Hello, Moto. Damn, this is so fucking whack. Gold's eating away at my ideas here. Explosion. The 15 explosion. Hey, these buy limits from 66, 65 areas worked out pretty well here, right? For 400 pips. Where's options? Sniped it, huh? I know you did. Yeah. You ain't have a buy limit here options, man, then I do not know you, bro. You had your pineapple there. Oh, you had a buy limit here, pineapple there. Oh, ooh. Disgusting, bro. Love it. You nasty. Last 15 of the 4-hour candle. Let's see what it do. Oh, you got out of B. Yeah, that's a nasty pullback right there as a bounce off. You're like, oh, I'm just going to close right here. Feel you. Yeah, I was looking for sells to fill the wick with that momentum and the size of the range here. I figure at least 100. 100 stand. You got me scared. Those buy limits, sell limits have been the best for me in terms of risk and stops. Took me a while to start taking them, but man, they've been doing well. Yeah, bro, I've been telling you they're so powerful. I've been telling you guys for about a year now that they're so powerful. Everybody loves a pancake. I laid back a little bit off of them because of how the ranges started going, right? We were all over this in November, December, like 30, 40 pip stops all over the place, right? Smacking them for runners. But with these big ranges, I've kind of, you know, stepped back a little from taking every single one. This made you a gold killer. Those BBLs, those big buy limits. Options got the BBLs locked down. Uh, 12 minutes here. 12 minutes. Hold on, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta piss like a racehorse, so give me a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, be right back, and we'll be here. We'll reevaluate for the 4-hour close. Hold on. Bit nippy outside. A bit. Bugatti soon. What would be interesting if we can get this 15 closing as a leg candle. Man, that would be great. If we can get this 15 doing something like this, I think the entire gang will be on board with these bottom wick buys here off the next candle. A boy can dream. God damn it. Damn, Sam. Nice trade. Ooh, will we get what we asked for? Can we get this? Coming up here, last 5-minute candle of this 4-hour. Four minutes here. Start setting things up. Limit here. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes here. See if the 15 wants to cooperate. Am I allowed to YOLO one micro? Not much of a YOLO. I really wanted a bearish candle here because I wanted that initial bearish push. One minute here. Activate this buy limit. This. Really? Looking like we might get that top wick first. The final momentum to close out the candle here is bullish. Looking like it's going to come up first for top wick. Need a push down here. 51.97. about 110 pips away. Buy limit, buy and not wait for pullback support. Or just curious because we're expecting to see a reaction off that level. Held it on the hourly, closed way above on the 4. If we get down here, I expect a reaction. Plus, if at this moment the 4-hour needs a top wick, so it'd be great if it comes down without getting one, right? Off support, it would make sense to come up then and make that top wick. We'll see. This would be that slingshot area, right? It's supposed to just tap in here and push up. This is more of a 1 hour, 4-hour position. What are we looking for? We're looking for buys off of 5197.5. Looking good. Should be able to get it. If you're not too sure here, just put your trust in a higher time frame. 30 and the 15 are looking iffy. You know, when in doubt, zoom out. When you zoom out to the higher time frame, get a pretty good read here. Bippity bippity. Activated a bunch of buyers there on the break of the highs, huh? looking good. I'd be really surprised if we don't get back down here. I was born to be lucky. I was born in a system that doesn't give about you. Let me dropping looks like a perfect bear flag since the start. Yeah, if you trade patterns. You trade patterns, you are not wrong. If we re-break this high, I will look for a sell and to break it at low. If we re-break that high on a 30 or a 1. Because if we re-break the high, you go back to the 4-hour, we create a steeper top wick. Once we start coming down, it would make no it would have no other. It would make no sense for it to come back up if it re-breaks high, just to re-break the low. For now, as it's coming down, volume is still valid. First 15 on the new 4-hour. Looking good, looking good. 20 seconds for the 15. Like I said, if we're going to look for sells, it would have to break this high and then come back, break the low, right? The 30 would have to re-break its own high, create a steeper top wick for the 4-hour, and then we can look for the re-break at a low to fill the wick. For now, there's a new 15. I don't think Benny likes this trade. I think Benny hating on my trade. Bring us down 1 hour. Benny signal? Yeah, right? Just dragged out here today, huh? Got the 4-hour close that we wanted. We got that support that we wanted. All we're waiting for is just to get back down to support. Okay, will we get what we need? Never we broke those highs. There's obviously a chance that it could do that, but if it re-breaks highs and then breaks the lows, we'll obviously have sell stops. If it just comes down here, we'll have buy limits down there we have right now. Our last two are off of the evening. Let's just wait for it to work out. Wait for it to play itself out. ICT gods? Oh man. Praying to the wrong gods. Each stream here today. There we go. It's coming down. There we go. There we go. It's already broken the low here. There we go. Who's in sells to my level? That's two with that strat. 3 in a row sounds improbable. I think we drew this up earlier as well. Coming down here, getting close. Getting close to our levels. Okay. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Most days I wake up as Jay Boogie. Some days I can't find him. Can't find him at home. Hides in the stove. I love that phrase. Which one? May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. It looks like they're confused right now with this rejection getting. If this starts flipping bullish and breaking highs, there's just going to be a lot more waiting. So we might call it a session if that happens here. Those highs. So technically, honestly, I'll still be looking at a position at the same level when it comes back there. It's just, it might be a little while till it comes back there, and then we might have positions even before it comes back there. Right, if it re-breaks highs here. Sellers after the 30 close. I mean, I would rather see some buys based on that bullish hourly, based on the fact that the 4-hour doesn't really have a top wick. Tested those highs, held support. Getting there. Should be able to get there. Interesting we get this closure with no bottom wick. Here on this 30. Expecting this little 15 level here. And 5. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So if we open up with a bottom wick on the next 30, I think the first TP will be wherever the flip of that candle is, wherever that bullish flip of the candle. Gonna eat away at a lot of the TP here. Alright, this is good. Not much of a bottom wick. Okay, not much range. Need a bottom wick first here. Okay. What a great track. Have you sold? No, we're looking for buys. No volume in the market's right now. We just need a tap of this area. I'm expecting there to be orders here at this area. Like I said, if we were to start re-breaking highs, I'm gonna call it. But while we have not broken the hourly high, we're expecting a tap of this area and a push up. Based on two simple facts. We have a support, the hourly's the 30 faked out, 15 closed above the most recent range. The hourly held support, and the 4-hour doesn't have a top wick here. Really, right? So we're expecting the 4-hour to come up here and re-break the high to create that top wick. And what better time than now after the hourly held support, right? We closed above the most recent range. So that's the idea behind this trade. Pretty sure we'll get in there. Where's your buy limit at? It's on the screen. The buy limit is on the screen right here at 5197.5. Right there, no level. Yeah, we break the highs, I'll call it a session. We waited. We waited for this bottom wick to get down here. Guess the market said not yet. Okay. There'll be more opportunities down the road. I think this level still plays out whenever we get back to it. Just really depends how we get back to it. This was what a long hourly candle. We literally have had this buy limit here for the last hour. The entire hourly candle. looking too promising in terms of the hourly. I feel like gold doesn't really care if we win or lose. It just wants to make us late. It wants to make us late for something. Right. I don't care what you get out the market. You are not getting to where you are going on time. But I'm telling you. $15 candle, possibly. 2 minutes here. All right. Oh, that push down. About 8 pips away. Really? 2 pips off? I think we get down to it. Check. Oh, broke that low. 3. Okay, there's the TP, so right there. The hourly. All right, looking for a bounce up here on the hourly. So about 18 pips. See a steeper bounce. Volume, will it break down? We don't want it to break down, but it can. I think it's gonna retest the low here, yeah. And then we'll see if it can hold. I saw only about 18 pips. There's no reason to secure go break even yet. That wasn't the trade. It's like a 300-400 pip range overall. Yes, stops are about 130 pips. If we break down there, the expectation is for us to pull up here. We've respected this level. We're expecting to create some top wicks on the 15. We have a leg candle there on the previous 15. You're expecting at least to fill the body high there. This is the hourly level. We've held the 4-hour as well. Doesn't want to do it. 12 minutes here on the hourly. It's our last position, last hurrah of the evening. Damn it. Broke through. Yeah, we might see stops here. I was hoping for a slingshot right off of it. Don't like how it broke through there. It might push down heavy here. You have the next range. You have the next range. Let's see if we could hold. Can you hold for us? Can you hold? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we might end up seeing the 4-hour all the way down here. You can't hold it past that stop. But the idea is for this 15 to hold, for us to find support here as the hourly did, and for us to come up. If we don't, then Sayonara, kiddos. Yeah, I did not see more than 18 pips. I think 122. 20. No, 18 I saw. Ugly. Yeah, we got a whole wick. We got a whole wick to fill here. It looks like it's doing that. Seven minutes on this hourly. Wait, let's wait. Let's wait. Gotta wait for closure. If stops it, will you manage the hourly closes? Yeah, I mean, I'll probably on the hourly, I'll probably end up closing if we close below. But there's a lot of time here on the hourly for this to run. Thing is, we should be slingshotting up, and we're not, and that's what bugs me. And it should have done that off the hourly tap. You understand? So that was really the key. Five minutes left in the candle. I'm going to close out here. I'm going to close minus 19 pips there. I'm going to wait on this hourly. I think this can break through. I'll take my chances with the minus 19. Minus 21, sorry, minus 20 pips. The reason why I don't trust it anymore. Price keeps holding below. If it pulls up here, it's not the position I want. I want a slingshot, and I want it to happen before this freaking candle closes. We close right at this level. That bottom wick could be as steep as down here before pulling back up. I just don't like it. It's roaming around there. I believe this has a chance to really break down here. If it doesn't, great, but I'll take my minus 20 pips. Yeah, 20 pips basically be, I really don't like how it's playing at this level. I really don't like it. There's no reason for it to hold here. It should have tapped and pushed up. Now that it's playing around here, it can just break through. Volume, no volume. 20 pips, basically. Break even, exactly. If it pushes up, it pushes up here. I'm just 3 minutes to go in the hourly candle. It had a chance to do that here. Yeah, call the session. I think honestly, I think it breaks down and we fill the range down. There is no reason for it to stick around here and not slingshot up, right? And there it goes. There, it's breaking down. Saved us 120 pips. Build up? Yeah. It's just, I've seen this happen before, and this is like where we've stayed till the end of the candle. This happened like 3 or 4 weeks ago, right? We got in over here. We saw it play around here, and till the end of the candle, we stayed, and the very end of the candle, the very last minute, it just dropped. And I'm thinking to myself, now that we've tapped here, right? Let's be logical about it. Now that we've tapped here, it had a chance to push up. It rebroke the low, and then it came up here, and it's still not pushing up heavy. It's just ranging around here. Not enough bullish momentum to slingshot it up. Probably going to continue down. Yeah, no, that's not going to go. It's not going to go in. It's not going to go in our record as a BE. That's going to go as an L, but it's minus 20 pips. Not a big deal.
You think that that wick on the 15 is gonna get filled?
Yeah,
it's almost like a doji.
Yeah, this one right here. This one. I was looking. Yep. That's the one I was looking at too.
Yeah,
right?
That's why I got on BE too.
We spoke about it. We're like, yeah, it's a leg candle, right? Eventually, at some point, that leg candle gets filled. Or this one got filled. That one gets filled. But we've had
that one.
It's
a leg candle, but it's kind of almost doji too. But it's still a wick that needs to be filled. Yeah.
I interpret it as a leg candle. Well, we gave it a chance. We gave it a chance to run up. It did not. Yeah, I'll update the stream record. That's smaller. 20 pip block. Fine. Yeah, waited all this time. Well, you got to know when you're beat, can't marry the position. Believe me, I wanted to keep this open as bad as you guys. But with every candle closure, right? With every candle closure, we get more data printed at our disposal. Had a chance to slingshot here, we did not. Had a chance to slingshot here, we did not. Right? So at some point, you have to realize when you're behind in a trade. Leg candle, yeah. Yep, market gave us a chance to get out. We got out. Respect the market, absolutely. Are your yellow line fib components? No, we don't have fibs. We don't use fibs. Let's see. 30, 1 hour. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this 30 level. It's just closure. Back up. No bottom wick there. Scary candle. Scary candle. Yeah, I'm just not gonna play. This was the best level we could have had, right? The hourly held support, so we're looking at a buy there. The 4 hour closed above. That's the 4 hour resistance that could turn into a support if we held it. So it makes sense across the board. Wow, look at that bottom wick opening here. Yeah, it's too heavy of a stop there. 250. 250 pips. Did it get filled? It almost got filled. That is an interesting candle right here.
I want to take the buy too, but like you said, those stops, that big wick on the 15, that's a big stop. That bearish, that's a big stop.
49 though, and look at all these wicks rejecting off of here.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I want to take the buy, but if it breaks there, 51.66, that wick all the way down there is my stop.
It might not get there. This might be the extent of the bottom wick here. Man, this no bottom wick. This no bottom wick here. Opening with no top wick. Oh shit, look, it held the wick. It held the wick. Wow.
My fingers were itching, but I said, no, I can't do it.
It held the wick. Yeah, it could definitely break. Because the 4-hour level, look at where the 4-hour level is right here. Right, it looks like you're heading towards that 4-hour level.
Yeah, to fill that wick, exactly, yeah.
Once the 4-hour level is tapped here, that's where you want to be in. But like, once again, that bottom wick here for the 4 hours, 260 pips. You can't risk that. Yeah. This looks great for a buy. It just you also can't risk this stop here, 212. Some situations actually you can. Some situations I think that's riskable. I'd be looking at these sometimes and I'm like, what if I just put the buy limit right at the wick here and have a 1 pip stop, 2 pip stop? How many of those can I take for it to hit? I've seen this twice. I've seen it play out twice today with the wick respecting. But yeah, that's the session. That's the session, gang. We gave it a chance. Everything made sense. And as soon as we saw an indication of it breaking down against us, we closed out. Hey, 20 pips is a W. If we were able to, if our risk here was 130 pips and we lost 20, it's a W. I'm pretty sure we'll be in the green before end of day tomorrow. I'm usually very sure of that every day.
Or if you join the signals, maybe till tonight.
Oh, tonight, possibly, yeah. There's still positions possible tonight. Personally, for this to work, I would want to come down here for the positions here to be taken. Do the same thing that we just did, right? Hold this level. You see how we held that level? Same way we can, if we can, now it's moving up. We can kind of hold it there, right? And push up. That buy limit is active. As soon as we start making it down to that area, right? You're expecting this type of bounce off of there, that wick, and come right back up. Man, pretty good level here. I don't think we hold this. I think we should come down here. We might come back up to these areas to grab orders and drive down, but overall 51.66 is where I'm looking to tap to hold support, and then once we hold it and leave it and come back to it, that's when I'll have the buy limit. Yeah, let's call it a session here, gang. Thank you for rocking with me. Signal channel, stay locked there. It's highly likely we have some positions tonight, probably in the next in a little over an hour from now. I believe it would take another hour to close down here, another 15-30 candle to pull up, so yeah, maybe an hour and a half. That's a possibility. But yeah, let's call it a session here. Gang, thank you so much for rocking with me tonight. Thank you so much for putting your trust into my analysis, my trading, my knowledge that's guided by experience, and showing up day in and day out. Keep showing up. You know, 20 pip loss or is basically a break even for us these days, right? Because we end up seeing like 50, 60, 70 pips. Our last 3 trades were 40, 30, 45. So 531. No, that wasn't testing. 46. So yeah, that's like half a position for us. I will be on tomorrow, 10. I rarely see anything in the signal channel. I'm looking at the wrong place. No, we had signals there right now that we just deleted. So yeah, you're definitely looking in the wrong place. Please reach out somewhere in the other chats. We'll guide you through it. See you next session. Yes, have a good night. God bless. Absolutely. Great session. A lot of value, a lot of knowledge, a lot of value being shared here. Hey, risk management is a skill as well, right? Keep your losses small so you could have bigger wins. So absolutely, if you've learned anything today, God bless you. If you didn't, keep showing up. You'll get the hang of it, right? You'll fall in tune with what we're doing. But don't marry your positions. You saw today. If you would have married this, you would have lost 140 pips. Anyway, Doom Gang, see you guys tomorrow. Signal channel, possibly sometime later on tonight. Reggie, appreciate you as always for some commentary. Whoever comes here and chats with me, I always appreciate it because I don't like this to be a monologue, right? I like interaction. I like conversation. So appreciate you guys showing up and opening up your mics, open up your cams. What's up, Jordan? And yeah, mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream, the mean streets of YouTube. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. I will see you guys here tomorrow morning for New York session, and we will look to keep it rocking. We keep it rocking. Yes? Yes. All right, good. We agreed. All right. You already know the deal. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. All right, gang. Get some rest. Make sure your accounts are locked and loaded for tomorrow morning. Show up with full mental clarity. I want to see you guys with 100% mental capacity, ready to go in the morning to what? Revenge trade, of course. No! Fuck no. Take our positions. Be patient and practice winning habits, right? Instill winning habits and put ourselves in a position where good luck can find us. Have a good night, everybody. Later.